Hello, hello. Tara here, going live with Scrap and Stamp Canada. Just getting set up. So if you're here, please pop on in, say hello. Let me get all my technology in sync. Make sure I can see, or y'all can see me. And we're going to be playing today with some craft colored cardstock. So we took the KRAFTY and changed it to a K. Anyways, just excuse me a moment while we get set up and started here. All right, I got myself on my screen. I better mute that. Nothing worse than hearing yourself echo back, right? Okay, let me drop some links in the comments to some products we're going to be using. And if you are here tuning in, I'm going to try to keep up with you, answer your questions. I took a week off last week from doing these KRAFTY lives. I was away. I went to the beach with my husband. And just, honestly, it was a miserable weather most of the weekend, but we did enjoy some time on the water. Things are definitely crooked here. Let's get some stuff out of the way. As I'm sure you can see, I am not really a clean desk person. All right, figure out where my view is. Hello, hello. If you are watching, if you would just pop in, say hi. Let me know who's watching. Let me see if the comments are working and we'll get started. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to drop some links in the comments. Hi, Carol. Great to see you. Hope you got a sunny Saturday where you're at. I am dropping links to the 2 stamp sets I'm using, although when I went and looked this morning, that the butterfly one is currently out of stock. And I'm also dropping link to the cardstock that I'm working with. All right, links are in the comments if you need them. So first thing I'm working with is this fun set by Sunny Studio. It's a brand new set for me, or a brand new company for me. Oh, it's weirding me out that you can see my iPad, but hey. All right, we'll just try to ignore that. A brand new company for me anyways, and just a cute little set with a great little pun. If you didn't catch it, it is Blog Hop Weekend over at Scrap and Stamp. And we are just playing with some fun puns and word plays, tongue-in-cheek stuff, a little sass, a little sarcasm. I know my dad, it's perfect for all the dad jokes. And the card that I made for that is this one here, using that stamp set for the best dad I ever saw. And we're not actually going to make the same card. We're going to do a version of it with the hammer, but same techniques. Just so it's a different card, because I only have one dad to send this to. And then we're also going to play with craft and some Distress Oxide inks. And this butterfly set, it's just a cute little set with a solid color butterfly. So it's a really fun way to showcase what oxide ink does on craft. And I've got some craft paper. I was planning on doing this project a while ago, and I actually ran out of craft cardstock. It's literally my most used Sorry, I'm going to try to adjust my tripod here. Give me just a second. It is my most used neutral. I don't know if that's helping or not. Maybe I need to go closer. I'm so sorry about this. Trying to get the screen showing up right. I don't know if it's just you and me, Carol. Right now, I think it might be, but I hope that's clear now. Okay, so I ran out of craft cardstock, and I literally, I was all wanting to do this, and I didn't have any. All I had was some craft envelopes. So this one here is actually an envelope. So we will make a card to go with the envelope, to go inside the envelope for that one today. But I've got 2 different craft papers. So because I ran out, I didn't even realize it. I ordered some from Scrap and Stamp, and I ordered this Prism Studio cardstock. I didn't know what it was going to look like, but it looked like kind of a lighter color craft, and it is. It's quite nice. I don't know. It says it's 110 pounds, so it's a decent weight, and just a kind of a lighter craft. And then I went on Amazon, and I ordered a big old bulk pack of just a cheap, heavyweight craft cardstock. So this is kind of, it's a dark craft, as you can see. It is, you know, definitely not acid free. It's definitely has no claims to, you know, being great for your memory keeping or anything like that. But it was cheap, and it's the craft color I love, and it's great for, you know, be great card base, be great for just mass producing stuff. So we're going to work with both of those today. I put links in the comments to this Prism, and then also to, I think, a tonic craft, which looks like it's a darker craft. It probably is a better quality than the one I got in my hand here, but it will do the trick. But thumbs up if you are a lover of craft like I am. Like I say, it is my most used neutral. I probably use it at least as much as I use black and white. Like, if I could get by with just black and white and craft, if I was in a pinch and had to have minimal supplies, and honestly, that's kind of the state of my room right now, is black and white and craft. So let me score a couple cards and play with these. I think, I don't know. Let's try the lighter one for the tool card. We'll start with that today. And then I want to use the darker one with the butterflies, and we'll see what it turns out like. I'm just going to pull out my little score buddy and score these things. I am desperately in need of a new stylus for this, but this will work for now. Carol, what's the weather like where you are? And anybody else that's watching, pop in, let me know. It is a gorgeous, hot, sunny day here in North Carolina. Big change from last weekend, which was the long weekend, where it was rainy and miserable for the most part. It says I need to swipe, so if you are saying anything, we're not even going to see it. When we have that kind of butterfly, I like to make the kiss technique. Yes, that's perfect for the kiss technique. And we can actually try that with, let me see if I can find something handy that we can kiss on. Have you tried kissing with Distress Oxide? It's kind of fun, gives a whole different look. I don't know what is going on with my camera. It's really kind of zooming in. I think I bumped my tripod, and things are not how they are supposed to be. So let me try to tweak it one more time. Because I know you're not seeing what I'm doing even. I apologize for that. Figure out which part of my tripod is the issue. All right, let's hope that it stays put. I feel like it's already moving. Oh, don't you love technology? I swear sometimes. No comments, nothing. Okay. Sometimes life would be a whole lot easier without it, but then I would not be live here with you, so there's that. Would definitely miss out on that. Okay. So for this card, super simple. I went with these cute little stamps, and I went 2 shades of brown. Now that I'm sitting here, you know, a few days later, I'm seeing how the inks have kind of absorbed differently. So I had used the VersaFine Clair for the hammer and the nails, and you can, I don't know if you can see, but they kind of absorbed into the paper a little bit differently than the Distress ink did. So I think I'm just going to stick with Ground Espresso Distress for stamping today, although I did like the VersaFine Clair on the tag. And for this card, I actually used a pre-made tag, and let me see if I can find some more of those. Forgot to grab those. They are literally just some cheapo tags. I don't even know where I got them, to be perfectly honest. But they're pre-printed, and I just thought it was really cute. It kind of had that technical look to it. You could definitely use a blank tag of any sort. I was looking for something mini though, and these just happen to be mini. I feel like they probably came from like a box store or something. I'm not sure where I got them from exactly. But some of them have a large design, so they're not great for stamping on. Most of them that are left, you can see I haven't used those ones. There's numbers, which that might work. Let's do that and make it go vertical. Let's do that. Let's do numbers. That's what I've got left. Not a whole lot. Let's work with numbers. And we'll set that to the side. This out so you can see it. So I think what I'm kind of thinking is I can turn this hammer one into a little grad card with a "You Nailed It, Congrats" on it. So I want to sort of play around with layout of the words before I stamp my hammer on there. And I liked how doing that one word crooked worked. I kind of dug that. I have to make sure that's right side up later. Can you see that? All right, so I'm just playing around with placement here before I do anything else. And then I'll put it on my block and straighten it out for sure afterwards. But the little "You Nailed It, Congrats," and then I think maybe I can do a 2023 underneath it or on top. Oh my goodness, it's sticking to me. All right, so if my hammer goes up there, I'll put some nails on it. I think that'll work. I think. All right. So I'm just gonna pick up the letters to start, and I like this block because it's got lines on it. Then we'll straighten everything out. So definitely should have grabbed my reading glasses. I think I've got my letters right side up. And I'm definitely 100%. Gotta stamp this on scrap paper before I put it on the tag because I don't trust. Gosh, these are tiny. I love the freedom you get from having elements individual for a sentiment because you can rearrange it however you need it. But let me tell you, it's tricky sometimes. All right, I've got a little scrap. There's another shade of Craft. I love Craft, like all the colors. Doesn't matter. Love them all. All right, let's stamp this, just see what it looks like. Well, that exclamation definitely sunk a little low, so let's move that up. But I think otherwise we're golden. I like the exclamation crooked, but maybe not that crooked. I'm gonna try it once more. I think that works. I think that'll do. Okay. And I actually have some letters left over from another grad card. So let's play with our arrangement. So these ones I die cut, but they will be perfect down here. Maybe. Hammer, sentiment, and a big old 2023. Ooh, what if I'm gonna do the congrats separate? Yep. Just, you know, going with it. Let's see. I got a scrap of Craft I can use. Same-ish color. Ish, close enough. I'm going to stamp the word congrats, and I'm going to do it. Have a plan. Stick this just on top for now, because I think we're going to work that little congrats into the little collage we do on the background. All right. The lines on this tag are kind of perfect to work with. Oops, everything's sinking on me today. My tripod has like a lot of joints in it. Okay. I'm sorry about all the wobbles, people. So sorry. All right. All right, that's gonna be cute. We're gonna let that sit to the side here. We'll do some tweaking. But let's just work on our background. So I'm just gonna stamp hammers kind of all over the place. All sorts of directions. Trying to kind of go around the edge because this tag's going to take up a good bit of space in the middle. And I want to be able to see what we got, you know? I like my borders to hang off the edge a little bit. When I do a card like this, with just repeat stamping, which is an awesome technique when you have little bitty stamps like this. I love being able to take a stamp that really didn't cost you very much because it's small, right? All right, Carol, thanks for popping in. You have a great weekend too. Hopefully someone else will pop in and talk to me. I have noticed it's really hard for me to replay. The replay is not hard, but communicating with you and answering questions is hard on a replay. Now, starting with this hammer, I'm realizing it's probably going to be, might not be able to get the saw in there too, just because of the shape of it. Get a look where this tag's going to go. Don't need anything there. Okay. Let's just do, since it's inky, not there, not there. Okay. So you kind of have to think ahead when you're doing a background like this, because sometimes, obviously, I don't really need anything in the middle because the tag's going to take quite a bit at the middle. For this card here that I did, I ended up cutting the tag shorter because my design was shorter. But because I'm adding this 2023 onto this one, it's going to be a longer tag, obviously. All right, stamp is clean. Switch it out, put it on here. I'm going to grab this little nail, this cute little nail, and what do I do with the congrats? There's the congrats. I'll clean these off real quick. I just use water to clean my stamps, especially when I'm working with distress ink. It's a water-based ink and it cleans them off super quick. Don't need anything fancy. You don't need any fancy stamp cleaners for distress ink. You just need water and a rag. Oops. Hello, if you are tuning in on this beautiful Saturday, please just say hello. So I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm hoping to, at some point, get to where I can do some pre-recorded classes. And I know I will be talking to myself in that. So I guess when I have a lonely live like this, it's good practice for that. Where'd I put my congrats? There it is. All right, so I've got a basic background. I'm going to kind of fill in the edges around it with the nail and the congrats word. And the congrats is going to just, I'm going to try to keep it so it's upright and not upside down. The nail can obviously go in any direction, but words are a little different. So I'm going to start with the word because it's the bigger thing. Hi, Betty from Ontario. You are in the same time zone as me. Nice to see you. Hi, Amanda. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys have beautiful weather where you're at, like I do. Taking a little break inside at the moment. Obviously, I'm not brave enough to do this crafting outside, although I might get there. I've been thinking about planning ahead, doing some on-the-go lives from my camper. on weekends where I go to the beach and hang out at the camper. Thought it might be kind of fun to do like some on-the-go crafting. It's not something I've done a lot of, but I don't know. What do you think? Would that be fun? Kind of love all these congrats. But I think that's enough of them. Let's do like one more over here, so maybe it'll peek out under the tag. Same over here. Yeah, notice how one more turns into 3 more. Oh, just go with it. These little nails are so cute. And perfect for the nail lit. We have a few extended family members that are graduating from high school this year, or at least 2 that I know of. There might be more. So I have needed some grad cards. One of those I shared on my Tuesday with Tara last week. It was last week. And this is going to be a very non-traditional one, but I think it's going to be fun. I'm getting a little carried away. Color distress I'm using right now is just ground espresso. You could use any brown ink that you have, though. I see that my card is slipping away out from the picture again, so let me shift upwards. I think, let's place the tag and see where we're at. If I need any more. Maybe one over here. Oops, it wasn't inked up. That's okay. All right, I think I'm good on the background. See how easy that was? I don't know, a lot of people struggle with random, but I think my biggest tip for using random things is start with one color, one design. Start with your biggest object that you've got. If you've got 2 that are the same, just start with the one that's maybe the, I don't know, just the biggest. If you've got different shapes, start with the one that's maybe not going to fit in small places as well. You know, if you've got something, say you've got a flower and something, a longer and skinny branch or something, and using them together, start with the flower because it's round and it's going to be hard to fit in small places, and then work with the other afterwards. And then start filling it in, you know, twist and turn. Don't keep your hand going the same direction. Twist and turn and work your way around, and you'll have a fun background. Okay, so I've stamped the hammer, I've stamped the sentiment. You nailed it. We're going to put this 2023 on there. This graduate I'm going to be giving it to has school colors that are blue and gold, so we're going to go with it. We got gold letters. Let's give this hammer a blue handle, shall we? And just look to see if I've still got a scrap of blue cardstock like I used the other one. If I need to find a new blue, I should find another card. Let's see which blues. I've got, that's Faded Jeans. That's probably closest to the color I need. So these are just the Distress watercolor pencils. I'm just going to color this handle. I'm going to go pretty heavy on the color for this one. I went really light on the other card. I want this blue to pop. And then I do need gray. I think we got Hickory Smoke. That's going to be my hammer. And this is set 3 that has these 2 colors in it. I'm really enjoying these Distress watercolor pencils. I only have 2 of the 3 sets. I need to go ahead and get the 3rd one, which I think I still need 1. before he releases more, because you know it's going to come. Have you guys played with the Distress watercolor pencils? I probably need to drop a link to them in the comments too. I can do that. All right, I've got a water pen. I like to keep one of these handy. I've used just a brush and some water, but these are great. They're great for taking on the go, and they are also great for a messy work desk like you can see I have. And just because you can put a lid on it, you don't have to worry about spilling water everywhere. I just like to check them out on my hand, make sure that get them started. I'm start with the gray. Oh, I don't want to add too much water. I think these pre-printed tags are a little bit coated because the water kind of pools up a bit. And I'm going to dab that with a rag because that's a little bit more water than I want. Too much water on the brush. All right. And let's put those back. Super simple coloring. I kind of went out of the lines a little bit. Let me see if I can clean that up. If you have something little like this to color, what is your favorite medium? I would love to hear it. I love Copics, but honestly, watercolor pencils have always been my go-to. Even when I had Copics, just for something quick. I do have Copics too. They are packed up at the moment. I need to unpack them so I can play with them some more. But I don't know, there's just something about the watercolor that is fun and fabulous. Let's see. Let's look for a blue cardstock. I have got a couple really old, I don't think you can get these anymore, old little paper pads of Tim Holtz cardstock. I feel like that one might be right. I don't know, maybe not. Could be wrong on that one. But I've been using them for a lot. Pencils are really cool, Amanda. And the colors are yummy. Just straight up yummy. Okay. Thoughts. Should I just stick with this blue? I think so. But I'm going to have to trim my tag a smidge to fit it on there. But I can do that. I can trim it a smidge. I think I can still fit the letters if I trim it. Let's see, or the numbers. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Well, you know what? I'm gonna trim it at the top and the bottom because I'm wild like that. Let's see if we can do it. Follow the lines here. Let's take this one. Papers with lines are good. Smidging off that one. Hopefully that was straight. Let's see. Is it gonna fit? Yes, I do believe I did it. Okay. I always feel like I'm taking a little bit of a risk when I grab a pair of scissors to trim something. Are you the same way? I do pretty good most of the time trimming a straight line with scissors if I have a good, like, scissors with a long blade on them. But it's not always the case. I think it's gonna be cute. What do you think? We are gonna add a little glossy, I think, to this too. Oh, I was gonna stamp the nail on the tag as well. So let's do that, or a couple of them. Kind of fills it in a little bit. Cuteness. is a good little grad card. Where's my congrats? Set that to the side. We're gonna glue these down. How are we doing for time? We have time for a second card. I love how quick and easy turns into kind of a long ordeal. I might just stick to the one. You might just get the one card today because I don't want to take your whole day. We'll call the butterflies a sneak peek for another day. Maybe they'll get back in stock. I got a little carried away with the glue. Who out there has a hard time with masculine cards? I know it's a struggle for a lot of us. And I mean, honestly, I think part of it is that we love our florals, we love our butterflies. There's so many, you know, the stamps that you kind of gravitate to a lot of the time are feminine. And I think that's maybe one reason I'm often drawn to Tim Holtz products, because they have a lot of versatility to masculine and feminine stuff. I feel like every time I plan on one of these lives, I've got maybe a simpler card that I show you, and then I take it and we kick it up a notch on the live, because sometimes you are giving me ideas, and I love that. And you chime in if you see something on my surface here, or you get an idea looking at it that you're like, hey, you could do this. I love hearing that. I love the creative community and just sharing ideas with each other. Okay. Love it. My hammer looks a little bit washed out, but it's okay. I'm gonna ink around the edges just a smidge with some brown. If I can find my brown inking tool, there it is. We're going to get it layered. And we're going to leave those butterflies for another day. I will make the card, share it with you. We'll do that. So I hope you weren't too keen on those. They're coming another day. I'm literally just moving everything out of the way because plans changing. I am one of these people that always thinks I have time for more than I really do, especially in the mornings. I think that's why I'm inevitably often late for things, but I'm working on it. Is that like a creative person problem? I mean, I know a lot of creative people do not have that problem, but let me pull out my big old tape gun. Finally got adhesive loaded back in it after I ran out on a live like a month ago. Tags for me, I tend to really always want to do ribbon, and it just doesn't seem like a guy thing. Let's get the trigger now. Is anybody else like kind of drooling over the new trimmer that Tim Holtz released? Oh, that's backwards. How does this go? There we go. My little arm fell off when I was picking this up. What have I done? Please don't break it, Tara. There we go. But I love that new trimmer. I haven't bought a new trimmer for years, which I guess that's the beauty of quality tools. Sometimes it hurts to spend that money initially, but I know the Tonic, this is Tonic from before Tim Holtz started putting his name on the trimmers, and I just love it. And still sharp, and gosh, I don't know how long I've had it, probably 15 years. This is not my most even margins. Drop in the comments if you're watching me live, or if you're not, because it's fun for anybody watching a replay to see if you've got a favorite trimmer. I have one that a big one. That Tonic is probably the one I use most often, but I've got a big one. It's called a Purple Cow. I think that's what it's called. And it's my big trimmer that kind of sits in the desk. This little nail's bugging me. I'm going to go back and re-stamp it. Just pray it works, so I can line it up properly. Ta-da! All right. If you're watching, what do you think? Is that it? Grad card for a dude? I feel like it doesn't need much, although I am going to maybe take some glossy accents and we're going to put it on the handle and maybe on the letters. Maybe a little bling on there, maybe a little glitter first. Glitter was always good. Okay, let's glue this down. Let's go heavy duty tape to glue the tag down. Creative Memories. They've always had good trimmers from my understanding. I've never owned one of them, but I know a lot of people love those. Honestly, I didn't even know Creative Memories was still in business. But you ever overthink things? Like how to put the adhesive on the back of your tag that nobody's gonna see. Just overthinking it. Oh, fingers, come on. Yeah, I'm excited to get eventually that new Tonic trimmer. It's on my wish list for sure. I think we're gonna go crooked on this one because, I don't know, sometimes symmetry is overrated. And I might even throw a little bling. I don't know. Is that a little bit presumptuous? I'm working a little bit with like bare minimums, like I said. Just thinking about some gold glitter. I don't have any gold glitter. So let's put a little bit of this on here. A little bit of glitter on the letters. These are my favorite stickles that are the Distress Rock Candy, which you cannot get as Snickles right now. Every time I use them, I'm like, if you want some, shoot Ranger an email, say, hey, could you please bring those back? I'm gonna run out of them eventually. What I like about them is they don't dry with dimension. Like they just kind of, the liquid evaporates and it's just like a little bit of dusting of some mica flakes. Of course, if you're a little heavy-handed like I'm being today, it takes a little while to evaporate. I will be sharing a picture of this finished card once everything dries. on my Instagram and on, let's see if this is, I get a little plug, and on Tuesday with Tara on the Scrap and Stamp blog. Let's do the whole hammer. Glossy accents are one of those things that I swear I've been using forever. I don't know how long these have been around. A long time. I mean, I don't think there's a year on them. This bottle says 2015, but I think that's when they rebranded them and changed the packaging. But I know I've been using them longer than that. All right, I think I just need to color those nails because they're kind of standing out as, you know, not colored next to everything else. And then this little card is done. And we got a cute new little set. Again, struggling to get this out. Rotate things so I don't stick my elbow in it. I always try to leave glossy accents until the very end because I will inevitably put my palm in it or something. Cute, right? So simple, fun, just brown on craft. Masculine cards with some puns to them. Little extra details on this one to make it stand out. Use some stickles on the letters, die cuts for graduation. It doesn't say grad anywhere, but I think I'm going to stamp a grad stamp on the inside. I've got this set that I'm pretty sure is discontinued by Tailored Expressions that I really like. And I'll probably just use the, you know, congrats graduate on the inside there. That's a fun little set that is great for grad and beyond, but that grad one I use a lot. I have it here somewhere. Anyways, yeah. Is there any questions before we go? Let me walk you through again products we used, okay? So we used this Sunny Studio clear stamp set. I've got craft cardstock. Prism Studio is one that I ordered from Scrap and Stamp, although it is not the one I used today. I used a darker one that is a bulk that I got from Amazon, actually, just because I needed it for today. I just remembered that I had one more thing. I was going to add the congrats on there. So let me set this to the side and do that. That one little detail I forgot. I stamped that congrats. I'm going to just slice it a little skinny congrats. And what I was thinking is I was going to go over the numbers somewhere. Maybe. But now that I see it, I don't know, I might not. This was my plan, though. Maybe I'll put it up here. That's cute, right? Over there, like a little smaller. Let's do that. I'm gonna cut off the exclamation. My flag a little smaller. Just always kind of improvising. I wanted it to go down here, but I realized it's going to cover up too much of the 3, and it won't really look like a 3. But if I kind of stick it up here, I think that's cute. And if I had thought ahead, but you know, I forgot about it. If I thought ahead, I would have used my little mini stapler and attached it with that because it's just a fun kind of masculine element. Oops. What did I say about sticking my finger in the glossy? I think it's okay. All right. There's our card. Congrats, graduate. You nailed it. Doesn't say graduate on here, but it's going to say that on the inside. And I think it's perfect for a masculine card. And then the other pun that hopefully got you here today watching this. For the best dad I ever saw. Hee hee. I'm going to add a little glossy accents to those screws before I pop this in the mail for my dad. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a happy Saturday. I hope you have beautiful weather like I do. And you can enjoy that. And I will see you back here next week. Next week, I'm going to be tuning in a little later in the afternoon or the morning. It's going to be probably around 2 o'clock Eastern, so 11 a.m. Pacific. But I will see you then, and we'll have another fun project. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Happy Saturday.